Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Soul Work. I'm your host, Jeni Cousins, and thanks everybody for tuning in. And we all know, of course, Miss Kimberly Buckler.
And good evening.
My co-host.
Yeah.
And, you know, it was really funny, actually, because I was just talking to Kim, you know, before we get going here, and I said, it's funny because whenever I don't book a guest, it's funny how a Mercury retrograde or a supermoon magically appears out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah, we got a new moon today.
Yes.
We got the beginning of Lent from what I heard on the radio, and then we got the Chinese New Year tomorrow.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And tonight's moon is like a super moon. Like anytime we have a new moon, it's new beginnings, of course, but this is a super moon. So it is like more of a bigger new beginnings, right? And just, it's an Aquarius moon as well. So of course, when it's like last moon was a Leo moon, so it affects certain different signs. This one, Aquarius moon, it affects more like the Aquarius, certain signs like Libra and certain things. It represents if you're looking for a job, for instance.
Yeah.
It's going to work smoother for you.
And Pisces.
Yes, absolutely, absolutely. And I've been having a lot of different people, you know, like struggling with letting go, for instance, with things from the past. Now with the supermoon especially, right, it's all about drinking more water, of course, because it's always emotional.
Yeah.
You're going to find yourself, you're going to be more thirsty, right? And there's different people been coming to me lately and saying, you know what, I'm still struggling with certain issues from the past. Right? Letting things go, letting past relationships go, because if you don't let certain things go, the doors are going to close. New doors aren't going to be opening for new beginnings, for new opportunities, because you're still stagnant in the past.
Yeah, that's true. That's for sure.
Right? So it's all about taking advantage of the energy, of course, and moving forward with it. Right? So if you're trying to make changes during a certain time, I always say, okay, what is this? Mercury retrograde, supermoon, new moon, you know, new beginnings, new energies coming in, time to release, because the moon will work with us even more so. Because if not, it goes on and on and on, and then we struggle with it more.
Okay, yeah. Right. And it'd be a good time, like if you're getting, you get ideas coming in, and so you're getting funny little thoughts. Don't dismiss them, write them down. Any new thoughts that come in and things that you think, well, maybe that's impossible. You know what? It's coming to you for a reason. Write it down, and it is possible.
Yes.
So.
Yeah. And it does open the door for creativity.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know, as Kim just said, because with creativity, we're like, you know, which angle do I go? Where do I go? And it's all about what's pulling you right now.
Okay.
Right? You know, some people say, well, I need a big change, you know, so it's like, in what area, you know, do you need that change? Do you need that change in a relationship, in a job? Are you not happy with, let's say, you know, the area you're living, you know, the city you're living in? Are you all of a sudden getting drawn? Because I've had a lot of people, you know, been telling me actually the past year that, you know, they're leaving Alberta, right? You know, for various reasons, of course. And now, of course, with the shift coming in with Alberta, more people are leaving.
Yeah.
So, you know, if you are going to be leaving, now is the time to do it with the new moon energy coming in, because then you'll find that things will be flowing better for you.
Yeah, yeah. And then know, too, if whenever you change, you can recreate what you have. It's always, I've always thought, I've been in my house for 19 years now, going on 20, and I've always thought, what if I didn't live here? And one night I just had this, like what I would call a vision, and I was seeing myself in a place with absolutely nothing but me and my clothes, and just starting all over again. And I thought it was a pretty neat feeling. It was neat because it's amazing what we can create in the space that's around us.
Absolutely, and especially when we're getting a pull.
Yeah.
It's like, are you getting a pull to make a move? Are you getting a pull to make a job change, a career change, something to do, anything to do in that area? It's like you need to really follow that. You need to really bring that in.
Yeah.
You know, but how do I know? Where do I go? How do I do this?
Look at all the options.
Yep.
look at all the options, all the things. So I'm going through a process right now where I'm looking at all the options before I make a decision.
Absolutely.
So I got to find what's the best for me and what I can do with it. And so within a week or two.
Yeah. Clearing the stuff.
Yeah.
You know, because tomorrow I'm, doing something also to open up the doors for a lot of new beginnings for myself. Right? So it's like once all that's done and dealt with, then I'll be doing the happy dance.
Yeah.
Right? And moving on and moving forward with a lot of different things. So it's all about the perfect timing with things. And it's like, what passion do you have with this? What passion do you have with that?
Yeah.
Right? Because we have a tendency to say, you know what, I'm going to put my life on hold because I'm doing this and I'm doing that. And it's like, you have to take time for yourself. And make sure that, you do what's best for you. You get busy with lifestyle. And this is why, energy changes, karmic condition changes and such like that.
People get sick. They get sick physically, emotionally.
Right. Right. Job shifts. There's a lot of job shifts going on right now. Of course, a lot of different changes and stuff like that, with, the oil and the gas especially too, and just different situations. And it's like, take a look at that situation, because I've had calls and people panicking, and it's like, what, if that happens, that gives you the opportunity to really, take a look at things and what do you really want to do in life? Is this what you'd like to continue in?
Yeah. Are you really happy with this, or would you like to make those changes?
Yeah, because a friend of mine's been in actually the oil and gas industry for 25 years. And, and she's complained about it for a long time, right? And she just got her notification for a layoff, of course, and I sat down with her, and I had coffee, and I said, ask yourself, do you want to stay in this industry? Do you want to stay in this type of career? And she goes, no, actually, I'm so burnt out from it and that. And I said, what are you drawn to? What do you really want to do?
Yeah.
Right? And she was going on how she'd like to, maybe get involved with more like a health career, maybe like a health aide or something like that. And I said, you know what? Now is that time.
To do that,
Absolutely. Look into the courses that are available, and she goes, I'm actually getting excited with just talking about this. And I'm like, you got to follow your passion. So when a change comes, especially when it's a change that, is kind of forced upon us, let's say, the universe is stepping in as a gift. Yeah. For us to open up and see what we really want in life and what we really don't want.
Well, I think about myself when I moved out to Cochrane in '92. I think I had $500 and 2 daughters.
Wow.
And I moved out with my 2 daughters and whatever I had in my pocket, and I look at the changes that happened. I was meant to be out there.
Yes.
And I've got my, I co-own a house, and I've done really well and be able to pursue a career that my heart was meant to be in. So
absolutely.
Those changes can really shift things around for you.
And Cochrane's so nice. I mean, I personally would rather be out more in the countryside, more in touch with nature than in the city.
Yeah.
I personally would.
Yeah.
Right?
But even when we were in the city, we spent a lot of time in Fish Creek Park. So I dragged my kids down there many times.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, it's a good time to make those changes and know that you can, and open the door and look at all possibilities and don't limit yourself.
No.
And that's what I'm doing right now, is looking at all the possibilities, and whatever happens is meant to be.
Absolutely, and you surrender it. I'll surrender it if I'm trying to make a change with something, let's say, because last week, the beginning of last week, it was just pure craziness. I was trying to, get something sorted out and dealt with, and it didn't matter what I did. I'm like, I can't believe this miscommunication.
Yeah.
And then Friday, just when I looked at the clock and I'm like, time's up, right? And then all of a sudden I got this magical email and I'm like, oh my God, my wish came true, right? So it's all about surrendering. I surrender to Spirit. Absolutely.
Let it go.
Absolutely. And we are going to be taking calls tonight, aren't we, Kim?
We are.
And what's that number for the viewers to give us a call?
It is 403-539-6710.
And we will be right back after this quick, short commercial break. Calgary, hang on, and we'll be back taking your calls.
You fill up my senses. Come fill me again.
Fruits and veggies. They come in all shapes and sizes and add color and goodness to every meal and snack. So whenever you eat, include fruits and veggies and mix it up. For information and recipe ideas, visit fruitsandveggies.ca.
Good evening, everybody. This is Soul Work, and I'm your host, Jenny Cousins, and we are just tuning back in from our commercial. And of course, Miss Kimberly Buckler, my co-host, and we are just talking about the energy of supermoon, making changes, clearing out the old, to release it, to bring in the new, and embrace the new.
And never underestimate what you can do.
Oh, absolutely, and always surrender. Always surrender to spirit. The more we struggle, the more we fight, the more we try to control a situation, the worse it gets.
Yeah. And our first caller is Kim.
We have a caller.
Hello?
Hi.
Hi, how are you?
Good.
And your question for us tonight?
I just wanted to see what you see in my future.
As far as what?
Just somebody new coming into my life, move.
How old are you now, can I ask?
52.
50. You got a young energy for 52, right? It from 47, 8, 9, 51 to 52, right? That was another cycle for you. If you take a look back when you were 50 and a half to 51, right? You're probably feeling more of a pull to make like some more of a major change. So this cycle from you from 52 to 57, you're going to make a big change, right? And when I'm seeing a big change, I do see a move, right? I don't see you staying here in Alberta. I don't. I see you actually leaving the province, and you very well could even meet somebody from your past. You very well could know this person and reconnect back when you least expect.
Do you see me going back east?
Yeah, you very well, because I don't see you staying here in Alberta. I don't. And I feel
because the economy is going to get really bad here.
Well, things are shifting, as you can see, but even if the economy, let's say, was the best, right, I still see you making a move, and I do see you reconnecting from somebody from your past. So if you do go back home east, let's say for holidays or Christmas or anything like that, you very well could run into this person, but I'm not feeling that for about 2 more years yet. Actually, a year and a half. No, about a year and a half from now. A year and a half from now.
I haven't been back home in about 10 years.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter if you haven't been back home in 30, 40 years, right? If it's back east, it's back east. But wherever it is you're going, right, you're going to run into somebody from your past, and you're going to reconnect, rekindle, and it's going to be somebody who you'd never expect in a million years.
I see.
Somebody that I wouldn't connect with before.
Yeah, like it's like, let's say
you have a name?
You go, no, I'm not hearing. I'm seeing the letter S. I don't know why.
S?
S as in Sam.
Oh, wow.
Right?
I don't know anybody with an S.
Well, don't think about it now, because it's not happening today, right?
Okay.
Yeah, don't do that.
I haven't met this person before.
What's that?
I haven't met this person before.
You do know this person, yes.
I do.
Yeah, but you're just going to run into this person. It's like you could be anywhere. Let's say if you're out and about and all of a sudden you run into somebody and you're like, oh, wow, I haven't seen you for years. Right?
Yeah.
And I see you being drawn to the southeast corner of Ontario.
Southeast?
Yeah, the south, if you looked at the map and you looked at Ontario, I could see you in like the southeast corner in there somewhere. I'm not too sure what, maybe a
I'm
job
from
that
Windsor.
pulls you down there.
I'm from Windsor.
I don't know where that
southeast?
is.
Is that southeast? I don't know.
But
I'm
anyways.
at the very bottom near Detroit.
Okay, so
Yeah.
southeast corner. And if there's somebody that's passed in your life, mother, father, aunt, uncle, grandparent figure,
Yes, my mom, my dad, my
you
brother.
you need to let them go, sweetheart. Allow them to go and let them go with blessings. They're hanging around you, and it's almost feels like they're stuck here.
Yeah.
So just let them go.
Are they always interacting with my daughter?
They're always there. I mean, when somebody passes on, they're very much around you, right? How
But-
old is
my boys going back to Ontario?
your what?
My boys? My
I
daughter?
actually see you going by yourself at first, right? Because when you go back, you're just gonna it's gonna be like all this familiarity to you. It's like sometimes it's like, oh God, just the thought of, let's say, going back home. It's like I don't want to go back home. But when you go back home, it's almost gonna be like, I kind of miss it, because when you meet this person, right, you're gonna have that feeling come over you, like a warm feeling of I don't want to leave, right? You know what I mean? You're not going to see it now, so don't even go there. Don't even think of a name or anything like that. You'll just kind of see when all of this kind of falls into place, right?
Okay, thank you.
Yes, but thank you for calling in. We've got other callers on hold right now.
Thank you
Okay,
very
safe
much.
Yeah,
journeys.
you're welcome.
Bye.
Our next caller is Sandra. Hello?
Hi,
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm pretty good.
And your question for us?
I'm just wondering if the person I'm involved with, if I don't know if we have a karmic connection from past lives, or if I should be pursuing this relationship or not. It just doesn't seem to be moving forward. And I don't know if it's just timing or if it's because of a past life karmic connection.
Why am I getting the name Keith coming in? Why is that?
What name, sorry?
Keith.
No.
I'm hearing the name Keith, Keith, and it's coming in very strongly, right? If you
I have never known anyone by that name, and I don't currently know anyone by that
but
name.
don't worry about that. Don't worry about that. Just hang on to that name, because it's coming in really, really, really strong, right? Okay. It doesn't mean that, let's say, this person, Keith, is going to be like a new romance or anything like that, right? But just hang on to that name, because there's going to be more of a significance with it. And the reason why I'm saying that is because it's almost like this person is going to help you move forward in a huge way. It very well could be something to do with work. Okay. You guys are really going to connect, and he is from your past life. Not this lifetime, but a past lifetime. So when you meet him, you're going to really connect with him. Like, really connect with him. He's kind of got like a presence that he can be a little bit cocky, as I call it, like the ego, right? But he likes you, and he's going to really connect with you, and he's going to want to hire you. He's going to want you there. There's something more to that, right? The person that you are currently with, honestly, very bluntly, I don't really feel that this is the right person.
Almost feels like she's a bit scared. A scared feeling? That's the first.
Anxious.
Okay, so then that means honor your feelings. Honor. There's a reason why you get that anxiety, that scared feeling. Honor that. Yeah. And follow your gut instinct on that one.
Absolutely, because, if we're not, let's say, with the right person, we're going to feel it. That's when we have to fight with ourselves, because, we all have our good and bad days. No relationship is perfect. But when something's not feeling right, and we got to listen to your gut instinct, because you have a tendency to push it aside because you don't want to face the truth and look at reality.
And that's
right?
why it's not going forward.
Yeah, because
stagnant.
Because this is a perfect example of a supermoon, right? Of relationships that we have to let go, right? Let go is the theme, really, is as I say it, just even from, you know, people who have passed on, let's say, relationships, and these people are still clinging to their energy and they're not moving forward, right? Or they're in a relationship with somebody and it needs to end and it's not, right? It's all about you when it's the right time for you, let's say, to let it go, right? Because there's also this moon represents new beginnings as well.
Yeah, and if you always got that feeling of anxiety or you're scared or nervous, then honor that, because it'll always be there and you'll never feel comfortable.
Yeah,
Right.
because you very well could be in a brand new relationship within a year and a half.
Okay.
You really could, right? But just
I have one other quick question. It's about my daughter, and she's. I just want to. We're going through a struggle with a disease of hers right now. And I just want to know if there's sort of a light at the end of the tunnel.
What's her first name?
Her first name is Gwyneth.
Oh wow.
She's an old soul.
Very, very old soul. She goes way, way, way back into the Coventry and the Wicca. She's played very much around that. She's very, very, very intuitive. It's almost like she came here this lifetime to open up a whole level with you, right? And she came here actually to look after you. It doesn't matter if she's a newborn baby or whatever age she is, and she wants you to really, so this is funny how it connects with relationship, right? So she really wants you to start listening to your gut instinct, right? To follow with, you know, your intuition, right? Of what to do and where to go. So when you let go of certain things, right, then you're going to notice a change with her perceptions and everything. How old is she now?
15.
Yeah. So her sickness has a lot to do with clearing and trusting.
Yeah.
There's so much more to this. There's a lot more to this story, but it's just that we have a lot of people on hold right now.
No, I understand. I just wanted to ask that quick question.
Yes, but she's very, very old soul. She ought to be very blunt with you. She could go at any time she wants.
She could what? I'm sorry?
She could leave at any time she wants. She could stay here until she's 80.
80. I was just going to say that.
Right?
80 or
she could. It's her decision. That's why I said there's a lot more to this. She knows a lot.
Yeah.
She does. She's very, very gifted. Very gifted.
Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you both.
You're welcome.
Our next caller is Janice. Hello?
Yes, hello?
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm good.
And your question for us?
Yeah, I'm planning to retire this year, and I'm wondering what you see me doing in my retirement.
What do you want to do? What do you
I
want
want to help
do?
other people. I want to help other people, to be of service.
Yeah, I do see you actually doing a lot of volunteer work.
Yeah.
Because you're very gifted. You're a healer by nature, right? Let's say if I come over to your house and I was all upset, right?
Yeah.
Tears over God knows what in Jenny's land, right? So I come over to your house, right? When I go into your door, you know, you have this this motherly presence about you, this motherly energy about you. It's like you just stand there, give me a hug, right? And you've got a lot of energy in your hands. You very well could do a lot of healing work, right? And I would sit down there, let's say, have a coffee with you, and you would make me feel better 5 minutes time. You're very quick. You're very gifted, right? So you do volunteering work, even working with the elderly, people like that, people with disabilities and stuff like that. This is where you're going to see the reality of who you really are and how gifted you are, because you can heal people just amazing.
So should I be taking courses? Or?
You don't need to. You really don't need to. No, I see you getting involved with something like doing this company could train you. Right?
Sorry?
This company could train you for volunteering. Let's say, for instance, if you wanted to be a volunteer, for instance, at the hospice, right? They train you right there. You know, if you wanted to go to seniors' homes and things like that, and what do they call it? Seniors' villages, retirement
Yeah,
homes. That's
yeah.
it. You know, you can get training right there from the companies and stuff like that, but you're very gifted. Oh my
Yeah.
goodness.
But don't forget, you're going to be retiring, which means resting.
Yes.
And
yes.
also remember time for yourself too.
Yes.
So you could put in volunteer time
Yes.
and really enjoy it, but
Yes.
also do stuff that you would
Yes.
like to that you've put on the back burner for a long
Absolutely.
time.
Absolutely.
Like travel.
Yeah,
Travel,
yeah,
yeah.
You could travel too. Yeah, you very Peachland. I'm hearing Peachland. I'm seeing like Okanagan area.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm seeing peaches, so that's why I said Peachland, because I see it more in a sunny valley.
And a dance class?
Yeah.
She'll be doing the boogieing.
All right.
Yeah, so just be you and have some fun. Like Kim says, have some fun. Takes time out for you, but you'll be helping others. You're a phenomenal healer. You really are. Wow.
Okay.
There. Thank you for calling. We've got others on hold, and
Yeah.
we're just about at the end of our show, so this
Yeah.
has to be
Okay.
quick. Thank you for calling.
Okay, one quick call. Melissa, hello? Melissa?
Hi,
Hi, how are you tonight?
I'm good. How are you?
Good. And
Excellent.
your question for us?
Well, my husband passed away 7 months ago,
Okay.
so I'm just wondering if you can connect with him.
What's
and
his
let
first
me know
name?
Anything? Karanja.
Haramjo?
Karanja, but we call him
Karanja.
Kay.
Okay. I'm actually feeling very, very, very much at peace, of course, right? Sometimes people have a little struggles when they go over. I can feel that some people struggle to go over there, not quite ready, so they have a tendency to linger, right?
Yeah.
And it's almost like with him, very honestly, I kind of felt a little bit of a struggle there with him, right?
Yeah.
But he did pass peacefully, just to let you know, to rest your mind, right? And the blessing with this is he can do more with you now and help you more now than he can being here presently,
Okay.
right? But you will feel his presence around you very, very much.
That was really
Yeah.
weird. I saw him sitting at a poker table.
We
It's like,
used to play poker all the time.
okay, so now he can play poker and not have to put any money into it. So he's doing really good. He's happy.
Yes.
He's happy.
Very much.
Oh my God.
Very
wow.
much. Yes. But I did feel the kind of he didn't want to go at first.
No, he had an asthma attack.
Yeah. Yeah,
That's how
exactly.
He passed away. And
Yes.
He's very young. He's only 25. You know.
Yes, he was. He was. But he's very much with you. I don't mean to cut you off, but I'm getting the wrap-up sign, unfortunately.
Okay.
Right. We'd love to spend more time with you, but we're actually at the end of our show. You can call in next week, too, though. Right?
Okay, I will.
Yes, you're welcome. And, of course, I want to thank Kim tonight for coming on, my co-host.
And thank you, Miss Jenny.
Yes, the time flies by. And my message is to let the past go. You have to release it. Because if you don't release it, it lingers on and doors close. Opportunities don't come to you. So you have to let the past go. You have to, heal from it. There's ways to doing that. And, we want to wish everyone a good night. I was going to say good Christmas for some reason. I don't know why. Must be the supermoon energy, and have a great week, everybody. Drink lots more water. And I'm your host, Jenny Cousins. We will be live next Wednesday evening on Shaw TV. Stay tuned with us, everyone. Good night. Take care.